Puck out for Soucy. Now Panarin. Panarin towards the net. Comes out in front. Score! It's tucked in. And the Rangers take a 1-0 lead. Alexei Lafreniere able to gain control of the puck, and Panarin, Miller, and Rempe out on the ice. Here's Soucy with some room. Moves it and shoots. He scores! Carson Soucy gives the Rangers a 2-0 lead. Puck deflected in by Alexei Lafreniere to open the scoring tonight. Lafreniere back out. Snyder with a shot. Score! Puck sent down towards the empty net and in. From deep in the Rangers zone.
Words off an attempt from Carrick. They go cross ice. Good stick there by Adam Fox. And now the Rangers look to start out 2-on-1. Here's Carrick. He has Zibanejad with him. Finds Zibanejad and scores! A short-handed goal for Mika Zibanejad off a beautiful pass by Sam Carrick. Carrick, left side for Edstrom. Looks to get a step. In front is Rempe. That shot stopped by Shilovs with the left pad. Now the wrist shot by Fox. They score! Fourth line work results in Adam Fox with a wrist shot that beats Shilovs and gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead. Inside 30 seconds remaining on the Ranger power play. They're 0 for 5 on the season. Matt Rempe getting some power play 2 time here. Here's Shiri off the boards, walks it in front, they score! Will Cooley in front. It's a power play goal.
And the Rangers are on a power play.
They've scored a power play goal tonight, courtesy of Will Cooley, and they score another! Adam Fox again from the point, able to beat Shilovs. Crosby backhand, cross ice. Vakanainen stands up at the red line. Rangers go the other way. Here's Sam Carrick. He's got Rempe in front. Rempe shovels it on goal. He gets knocked in. Now the puck is in. We'll see if it counts.
It's going to be Edstrom here. It's going to clean up the havoc that Rempe created.
Brunick can't hold in. Laba pokes it past Brunick and takes off. Possible 2-on-1. Laba looking for Radish in front. They score! Laba with great work and a beautiful pass, and Taylor Radish gets his first as a Ranger, and it's now 6-1.
Here's Laba coming out from behind the net, centering pass. Stolarz lost the stick. Snyder with a drive. Score! Parsonen setting up in front. Snyder with the shot, and the Rangers have tied the game at 1. Looked like Parsonen got a piece of it.
Lafreniere stepping up through center. Stick check. Puck collected by Fox as he feeds Panarin. Fox across, one-timer, score! Mika Zibanejad on the power play, and the Rangers get a big goal to cut it down to 1.
I'll tell you, that's the old Mika we know and love.
Fox for the wall, final seconds of the carryover time on the power play. Fox, blue line, scores! Tipped in front to tie the game! With the power play winding down, the Rangers find a way. A power play goal to tie the game at 2. Boy, if Miller connects cleanly with that, it's labeled. Panarin for Robertson, a drive, he scores! Matthew Robertson, his first career NHL goal, and the Rangers lead 3-2. Rangers break the puck out. Zibanejad over the red line, gets past Kapanen and beats Panarin. He scores! Artemi Panarin finally has his first this season. He rips it home past Montembeault to extend the Ranger lead to 4-2.
Who remains in the lineup? Return of Carson Soucy tonight. Vakanainen is a healthy scratch. Zibanejad out in front, score! Artemi Panarin! Coming off a 4-point game. Rangers with their first goal on home ice, 57 seconds in. Carrick winds the puck around. Soucy keeps it alive. Now Carrick out to Radish. Radish, long wrist shot, score! The Rangers are on the board. Radish from long range. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play with 2 shots. Rangers control. Here's Fox. Now Lafreniere. Lafreniere, cross ice, score! Mika Zibanejad on the power play. Rangers pull to within 1. And it's Wenberg for San Jose. Carried back across by Sherry. Sherry out in front. Score! Parsonen ties the game at 3. Now Eklund back around for Celebrini. Lost the puck. Here comes Radish. Has Zibanejad on his right. Radish moves in, shoots. He scores! Short-handed goal. Taylor Radish. Fox back to play it. Shots 23 apiece. San Jose leading 5-4. Miller slides it across. Radish scores! It's a hat trick! Taylor Radish ties the game at 5.
I think he was screened by Lafreniere, but it's another one that has beat him high.
Rangers quickly control. Noah Lava dances in. He scores! Noah Lava, his first career NHL goal. A big response for the Rangers right off the draw.
And kept alive by Kane, picked off by Fox. Here comes Zibanejad with Cooley. Will Cooley back in front. Zibanejad scores! Quick transition by the Rangers. Cooley to Zibanejad, who beats Demko, his 4th goal of the season. Elias Pettersson looking for a Vancouver stick. Fox on the puck for the Rangers ahead to Lafreniere. Carrick controls the puck and clears it down ice into the empty net. Carrick scores! Connor McDavid out to the point for Bouchard. And that's picked off. Great play by Brodzinski. Moving it on Skinner. He deeps and scores! Johnny Brodzinski makes the terrific play with his stick. Beats Skinner on the breakaway. Hit his own man, Mangiapane. Nice play by Cooley, who put the puck up the boards to himself. Cooley moving in, beats. And then Snyder scores! Braden Snyder cuts the Edmonton lead to 1.
Pretty alert play by Snyder.
Rangers send out Sherry with Radish and Parsonen once again. Here's Taylor Radish, moving in with a shot. He scores! Radish ties the game at
3. Here's JT Miller, weaving his way around Draisaitl. Miller to the net, scores! And the captain completes the comeback for the New York Rangers, who prevail 4-3 in overtime. Finding Brodzinski up the wing. His attempt blocked by Larson. Brodzinski picks it up out of the corner. Feeds Fox across to Gavrikov. A rich shot, score! It was off the glove of Decord and in. Vlad Gavrikov fires one from the point. And after all that pressure in the attacking zone for the Rangers, they get rewarded. Rangers clear the puck to the red line. Beniers tried for the quick reload. Poke check by Lava. Here comes Cooley. Save, rebound, score! What a goal! Noah Lava cashes in on the rebound. And the Rangers lead 2-1.
Adam Fox moves it back. JT Miller pushes in. Cooley scores! Will Cooley wins it in overtime. Set up beautifully by JT Miller. And the Rangers have won 3 in a row.
Panarin, Zibanejad, and Fox on this first power play unit. Here's Panarin for Zibanejad. Back out for Cooley. He scores! How about that? He gets an opportunity on the power play. It wasn't net front. Here's Fox. Puck played by Panarin. Panarin across. Flipped in front. Score! Noah Lava back home. Gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead. Here's Snyder. Puck winds around. Hamonic and Zibanejad. Now Radish comes in for Zibanejad. Across to Panarin. He scores! Artemi Panarin with his third point of the night, extends the Rangers' lead. It's now 3-1. Canes had numerous opportunities tonight. Now Lafreniere looking to gain a step on Edmondson, moving in and scores! What a move by Alexei Lafreniere! The Rangers now lead 4-1. Wood clears the zone. Zibanejad on it for the Rangers. Now Fox up the middle. Zibanejad lets the split through, moves in, dinks, scores! Panarin had it taken away. Rangers regain. Here's Trocheck out to Gavrikov, moving in with a shot. Score! 2-1 Rangers. And now the Rangers must regroup. Here's Trocheck. Now Perreault. Lafreniere moving in. Score! Puck played by Alexei Lafreniere. Lafreniere across. Score! The setup by Lafreniere and the finish by Panarin. Rangers lead 4-1. Moves it up the boards. Carried out by Lafreniere. 3-on-2. Here's Laba. Noah Laba. Cross-ice pass. Score! Will Cooley! Rangers lead 5-1.
Just the incredible presence he has. When you see him still, he's...
Puck flipped by Panarin. Banks in. Second of the night.
He missed his mark and it rattles around the boards towards Panarin. Artemi Panarin backs it out for Fox. Fox has a lane, steps in, now shoots with a screen off the back. They score! Rangers coming off their first home win of the season Monday against Nashville. They scored 6 times as Mika Zibanejad steals it. He winds in, waits, gets it across towards Miller, banked in! It was caught in the skates of Chernak, and it found its way into the Tampa goal. Here's Hagel. Oh, he got popped. He tried a toe drag and he ran right into Carson Soucy.
And he looks stung. Oh, boy.
He is slow to get up. Meanwhile, Lafreniere with an open look, and he scores! 3 goals for the Rangers in the first 7:08 tonight as Lafreniere makes it 3-1. Puts it around towards Borgen. He'll just kick this one deeper. Popped away from him, though. Nice recovery by Borgen. Middle of the ice. Rester scores! It deflected off Dastu trying to block it. What a play from Will Borgen. And the Rangers with a 4-goal first period. From Vinny Trocheck. Artemi Panarin with speed over the line. Across for Trocheck. Vasilevsky fell down and they score! A freebie for Vinny Trocheck as Vasilevsky wipes out. Scoring chance there for the Lightning. Now it's Panarin buying some time. Vakanainen into the slot for Trocheck. He scores! Vincent Trocheck. He's got a pair in his second game back from injury. Johnny Gord with it on the board. This is cleared out. Will Cooley trying to get to an empty net, and he will. The 7th goal of the night for the Rangers is the 2nd for Will Cooley. Getting another stick. Fox again to hold the zone. 35 seconds left in the power play. Panarin walks in, hands it off. Zibanejad scores! He gets his own rebound and hammers it home in tight. Mika Zibanejad on the power play.
Now here in the 3rd round, Jackets need a save. JT Miller has a chance to win it for New York. Miller slowly skates in. Here he is, and he scores. Off the back bar to win it for the Rangers.
And they celebrate here as, boy, that was a casual-looking move and then just quick.
I'll spin it back to Panarin. Panarin wrist shot, perhaps looking for a tip. Panarin straight on. Talbot the save, rebound, score! Zibanejad, right place, right time to clean it up.
Caught up by Soucy. And Cooley comes away with the puck. 2-on-1 with Brodzinski. Will Cooley carries in. Shoots. Saved by Schmidt. Brodzinski scores! Johnny Brodzinski puts the Rangers on the board. Panarin back out to Zibanejad. Here's Fox. 2:45 remaining. Now Miller. Rangers trail by 2. Score! From long distance. Artemi Panarin. Well, you said they needed 1 before you get to 2. And the Rangers have pulled to within a goal.
That's right, you're halfway there. It's a pretty good...
Puck knocked ahead by Wedgwood. Kept alive by Trocheck. Fox slides it across. Miller scores! On the redirect, Zibanejad sent it towards the crease. And JT Miller gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead. A couple of minutes ago, the New Jersey native. Lead pass for Carrick. Carrick across. Score! Adam Edstrom. His first of the season. Now Panarin, back out to Fox. Now Zibanejad, into the slot, Trocheck. Zibanejad for Fox. Fox shoots, score! Miller setting the screen in front. Rangers' second power play goal of the night.
Gavrikov holds it in. Arsenin pass for Zibanejad. Zibanejad walks out from the corner, sauces across, gathered by Fox. Shot, score! At the front of the net, it changed direction. Adam Fox from the perimeter, and the Rangers have tied the game.
Mike Richter, yeah. Just generation after generation. Here's a chance. Panarin, and he stopped, and it rolls in. Initial save, and it gets by Mamelka for a 2-1 Rangers lead.
Try not to let him change here. Get it up quick.
Lead pass up the middle. Brodzinski, cross ice, Trocheck, score!
Everybody close together. Battles all over the ice. That's how the game is played when it's...
Score! Gavrikov from the left point with traffic in front. The Rangers have their first lead of the night. Lafreniere. Gavrikov has a point on 3 straight Ranger goals. Now Carrick out to Fox. Shot deflected on the way in. Centering pass, score! Adam Edstrom makes it 3-1 Rangers. Now carries in deep, swings one towards the net, and Anderson got the stick on it. Now it's Laba with some room, shoots, he scores! Noah Laba gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Down to a minute 8. Trocheck wins the draw. Score! Artemi Panarin beating Freddie Anderson. Rangers lead 2-1.
What a play! What a play off the draw.
Moves the puck ahead. Rangers come out of the zone. Opening minute, 3rd period. Here's Panarin coming in 1-on-3. Waiting for teammates off the bench. Into the slot. Score! Vincent Trocheck! Set up by Artemi Panarin. And the Rangers extend to a 3-1 lead. Puck comes to Seth Jarvis. Now Shane Gostisbehere. Bouncing puck. Zibanejad with pressure. Picked up by Cooley. Shoots for the empty net and scores!
Snyder takes a hit from Steve. This one cleared out, though, by Soucy. And then Aspero lost it to Cooley. Cooley has Panarin. Scores! Artemi Panarin, 3.5 in, and the Rangers strike first. Panarin hits the red line and sends it around on its way. Will Cooley met by Zadorov, centering pass. Rolls through. Soucy scores! What a shot from Carson Soucy to put the Rangers up 2. Well, the Rangers have only had 3 power plays in their last 3.5 games. Now they get 3 in a row. Panarin, one-timer. They score!
Well, that's urgent.
Zibanejad, that may have happened on the 5-on-3.
Now that's quick, and that's well set up.
And it hit off of Jeannot, who was in the crease, making a problem for his goaltender. Panarin, Zibanejad scores! A slap pass into the crease for JT Miller. And back-to-back power play goals for the Rangers have opened up a 4-0 lead. Middlestead, they give him some room. He sends it to the front. It's poked away. Pinching in is Lindholm. Can't come up with it. Lafreniere with an empty net. Waiting. Got it! Alexis Lafreniere makes it a 3-goal lead for the Rangers as he puts one into the empty net. Well, it was somewhat of a surprise, too, as this one kicked out by Korpisalo. Both Pastrnak and Zacha finished the game on Wednesday night on Long Island.
Barely.
That's a shot they tip and score. Trocheck got it to the net. Gavrikov was in the vicinity.
A great teammate, a great person, Steve Santini, Boston College, former teammate of mine in New Jersey.
Here's Fox moving in. Score! JT Miller, the redirect. Here's Maverick Port. Penalty expires. Sherry jumps on the puck. Clears it ahead for Soucy just out of the box. And now moving in with his Lava. Score! Knocked in by Soucy. Carson Soucy out of the penalty box. And he scores 10 seconds later. Moves it into the corner for Will Cooley. Back behind the net, Lafreniere, and then out to Panarin. Panarin, quick shot deflected, saved by DeSmith. Cooley scores! Will Cooley ties the game at 2.
All starts with a face-off win in possession.
Mika Zibanejad. Back out for Artemi Panarin. Panarin shoots, kicked out, rebound, score! Gavrikov with the overtime winner! Winds the puck around, Gavrikov up the boards. And Panarin sends to center. Here's Miller, joined by Zibanejad. JT Miller, cross ice, Zibanejad scores! Mika Zibanejad set up by the captain, JT Miller. Has Miller on his left. Wobble, maintains control. Now Miller, out to Snyder. Now Gavrikov moves it and shoots. He scores! Vlad Gavrikov with his 4th goal in the last 7 games. Anderson lost an edge. Radish in to play the puck. Now Brodzinski back out for Soucy. Here is Borgen moving in with a shot. Score! 3-1 Rangers. Only 2 Senators were able to get off to the bench thanks to the hustle of the captain. And then Panarin couldn't get it through past Stützle. Sends it back out for Snyder. Here's Trocheck into the slot. Now Panarin shoots. He scores! Into the empty net. Career point number 900 for Artemi Panarin.
The Rangers win a board battle in the corner. Trocheck connects with Sherry. Burst of speed over the line. Sherry scores! What a time for his first of the year! Connor Sherry has tied the game at 1. Rangers keep it alive. Lafreniere to the outside. 45 seconds to go. Lafreniere to the back. Zibanejad for Panarin. One-timer. Scores! Last minute magic! And the Rangers have tied it! Waiting, shooting off a body. Loose puck. Zibanejad put it wide.
Through the goal crease.
Robertson a drive. Loose puck. Zibanejad scores! He wouldn't miss that one. Mika Zibanejad on a loose puck. They'll slide it off the boards. Panarin drifting back to the line, cycling. Zibanejad across. Lafreniere hits the crossbar, and that apparently went under and in.
Sherry had the puck taken away, and then he kept it in the zone for Will Cooley. Cooley to the net. 2 opportunities. Lava scores! It was stopped initially, and then beat Fowler. Rangers are on the board. So Fowler in his 2nd NHL game facing a penalty shot. Here comes Panarin down the left side. Panarin to the net. Score!
Talk about patience being a virtue.
Hanging on to the puck, taking it into the dirty areas, and we saw it there. Here's Robertson with a shot. Now Cooley looks to back it in. He scores! Will Cooley from a tough angle. His second point of the night, and the Rangers pull to within a goal. Now Matheson chasing with Sherry. Sherry cuts it off behind the net. Sherry back out to the point. Push up by Robertson. Save. Rebound. Score! JT Miller.
Zibanejad plays it over for Panarin. Down to Trocheck. Up high for Zibanejad, and Miller tees it up. Scores! JT Miller, overtime winner.
Panarin off the side of the cage. Now Panarin looking for Lafreniere. Puck comes to Robertson, who fires. That's blocked. Score! It is waved off. It was knocked in by a high stick. No goal.
Yeah, it's Vinny Trocheck. I actually think this thing might have been heading to the net if Trocheck hadn't have touched it.
On this power play. Here's Lava as one of the Ranger power play goals in the absence of Fox. Score! Will Cooley beats Bennington. On the power play, we are tied at 1.
Rangers get to it on the near side as Gavrikov drops it off. Trocheck coming in. 2:43 to go into the slot. Miller with a shot. He scores. A screen on Bennington, a blocker side shot, and the New York Rangers win in overtime. The Blues' overtime struggles continue.
Flyers had their best chances early.
Yeah, they did. They came in flurries.
Zibanejad finds Panarin, walks in, and scores! Artemi Panarin back in the lineup. The turning point was really that hit by Andre on Lava. No penalty called on the play against Philadelphia. Panarin shoots, he scores! His second of the game, pulling the Rangers to within a goal.
And then it's kind of quiet. The fans are far away.
Now Miller for Trocheck, stopped by Ersson. Trocheck again, score! Back out to Scott Morrow. There's Zibanejad. Morrow straight away. Zibanejad fires, score! Has stopped 12 of 16. Here's Panarin, who has 2 goals on Ersson this afternoon. Panarin moves in, dinks, and scores!
What a beauty. Artemi Panarin.
Huge goal.
Here come the Rangers again. They need 2 now. To the slot, on a net, they score! An instant replay from last night. Nashville took a 2-goal lead against Toronto, only to see the Leafs come back.
Chisholm overskated it. Rangers have an opportunity to skate it out.
Nice job once again by Lava, though, along the boards. Wins the puck battle.
Brodzinski across, and the Rangers score! Taylor Radish against his former team. The Rangers have the opening goal. Passing down low for Trocheck. Cooley parked to the net front. Trocheck across Zibanejad to Cooley and put in! A power play goal for the Rangers, and they've tied the game at 2.
A couple of nifty little passes.
Win over St. Louis Thursday in overtime. Win in a shootout over Philly. Played to the front by Radish, they score! Taylor Radish may have his second tonight. Noah Lava crashing the net, and the puck hops over the line. Morrow, a slap pass, guided away by Frank to the corner. Panarin walks out, shimmy shake. Panarin turns, fires, scores! Artemi Panarin fires one through traffic, and the Rangers have a 4-3 lead.
It's his stick that the puck last touches, and the Rangers have a 1-goal lead.
Off the draw, rebound, score! And the Rangers extend the lead. Vincent Trocheck following up the rebound.
Check red, cross ice. Turnover. Zibanejad off the steal. He and Lafreniere 2 against 3. Great look to Panarin. Bang.
Thought they were going to just about overpass there and give the Caps another chance, but that's not the case.
In 8 days. Closing. Odd man rush Cooley for Trocheck. That's a 7 spot.
Well, it's a rip-off in the neutral zone. It's transition with a head of steam.
Now Trocheck. Lafreniere setting up in front. Panarin for Gavrikov. Score! On the power play, Vlad Gavrikov with his 7th of the season. Fourth line on the ice for the Rangers in a 1-1 game. Here comes Rempe. Rempe coming out of the corner, out to the point. Shot by Robertson, and then Brodzinski scores! Johnny on the spot. Johnny Brodzinski gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead. Out to Panarin. Panarin's shot through traffic gets blocked. Fox over to play it for the Rangers. Now to Panarin, shot, score! Trocheck setting up in front. They have gotten a piece of it. The Rangers tie the game at 1.
Not sure if it's Trocheck or...
Rangers trailing 3-1, under 5 to play, middle period. Here's Zibanejad, back out. Fox scores! Adam Fox firing it past Charlie Lindgren, the brother of his longtime defense partner with the Rangers.
Gabe Perreault, tape to tape for Schneider. Snapshot score.
What a move by Schneider coming off the flank as a defenseman. He's a right shot. He's able to come up the left side and move quickly laterally to the middle.
The attempted pass across. Panthers get some fresh penalty killers on the ice. Panarin back into the Florida zone. Puck comes across. They score! The Rangers take a 1-0 lead on the power play. Mika Zibanejad beating. Zibanejad keeps the puck alive. It actually hit the stick of Marchand. Now Panarin with it. Panarin with a shot. Score! 2-0 Rangers. Penalty expires. Ekblad returns. Trocheck hit the ice. Here comes Lafreniere. Slides it across. Score! Beautiful setup for Zibanejad and the Rangers. Here's Fox once again for Zibanejad. Minute to go on the power play for the Rangers. Trocheck back out. Score! Artemi Panarin. That's his 2nd of the night. And the Rangers now lead 4-1. Bennett flips the puck, bounces away from Marchand. Zibanejad with it. Shoots for the empty net and scores! The first ever Winter Classic hat trick. Looks to clear, held in by the Rangers. Here's Trocheck. Back across. Zibanejad in front, score! What a setup! Alexei Lafreniere, the finish. Rangers score on the power play. Here's Zibanejad. Panarin blocked off by Stenlund. Panarin with it once again, switching spots with Zibanejad. Shoots, score! Trocheck in front, setting the screen. Rangers have their 2nd power play goal. It's Trocheck on the redirect. Sabres with a 2-0 lead. Here comes Panarin. 3-on-2. Panarin surveys. Panarin slides it across. Zibanejad scores! Mika Zibanejad now has a point on the last 8 Ranger goals. Looked like he meant to pass it across. Puck wound up on goal.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy odd man attempt by Buffalo.
Now Trocheck. Score! Vincent Trocheck pulls the Rangers to within a goal.
Past the halfway point of the regular season. Rangers have dropped 5 out of 6. Bruins in game 2 of a 5-game homestand. Off the minute, Swayman center, score! Mika Zibanejad from the bread man Artemi Panarin. And the Rangers strike first. Retrieve it, he settles it down. Banks one back for Gavrikov.
Trocheck for Zibanejad. Down low, net front, Miller scores. Rangers get one on the power play, and it's 6-2.
It's a really strong move by Miller here. He's
fourth line on the ice for the Kraken. And now it's Panarin for Zibanejad. Out in front, score! Zibanejad banked it in off Grubauer. After killing off a Seattle power play, the Rangers strike first. Puck sent around by Adam Larson. Held in by the Rangers. Carrick, score! Sam Carrick makes it 2-0 Rangers. 5.5 minutes in. There's Martin. Crowd reacts again to the outlet pass to Zibanejad. Carried across by Perreault. Now Miller. Back to Perreault. He scores! Martin started the play. Gave Perreault with the finish. Mario with the puck once again. Broken up by JT Miller. Outlet pass, Zibanejad with Perreault. Zibanejad, Perreault, he scores! His second of the game! Down to 15 seconds on the Ottawa penalty. Block shot, Lafreniere has it, he scores! His first attempt was blocked. Rebound back onto his stick. Power play goal for the Rangers. Here's Panarin. Panarin cross-ice pass. Shot by Lafreniere. Score! It's now a 7-4 game. Well. Now Lafreniere with the puck for the Rangers. Here's Panarin. Back to Lafreniere. Lafreniere dropping it back for Trocheck. And then across. Score! Artemi Panarin ties the game at 1. So Artemi Panarin in his 800th National Hockey League game. Extending his point streak, and now Zibanejad makes it 2-1 Rangers. Zibanejad beats Kolosov. So after falling behind, the Rangers with a couple of goals that might have been payback for Mika Zibanejad. Kolosov stopped him on a penalty shot last April. Rangers with numbers. Osman shoots. He scores! His first National Hockey League goal. Running up and all smiles. Will Cooley retrieves the puck. The Rangers now lead 3-1. Morrow over for the Rangers. Back out to Trocheck. And now Panarin. Cross-ice pass. Score! Zibanejad! And that's a Rangers record. Career power play goal number 117 in a Ranger uniform, surpassing Camille Henry and his good buddy, Chris Kreider. Shots are 13-10 in favor of the Rangers. Here's Miller, cross-ice pass, score! It is now 5-1. Trocheck down low. Rangers with yet another great opportunity. That time Lafreniere. Now Panarin shoots. He scores! Artemi Panarin with his second of the game. It is now 6-1 Rangers.
Yeah, they're pouring it on.
Sticked aside by Dostal. Perreault keeps it alive. Miller defended by Minchukov. Back out for Robertson. Has room. Score! Deflected it off the stick of Dostal.
Still plenty of time to set something up. Create some momentum.
Miller for Trocheck. Trocheck back out. Panarin with a shot. He scores! Artemi Panarin with a power play goal. Now has a point in 10 consecutive games. Rangers lead 2-1. Artemi Panarin looking. Down low Trocheck. Back to Panarin. Gavrikov with a blast. Score! The Rangers pull to within a goal.
Get into the pile or have some communication with the strong side D there where someone has to play center field and back out.
Now Scott Morrow with some room. Score! Puck out behind Kempner across the goal line. The Rangers have tied the game. Scott Morrow with a point in 9 straight. Artemi Panarin with the 10-game streak. Here's JT Miller for Zibanejad. Centering pass, score! Hughes, Zibanejad extends his streak. The Rangers have tied the game at 2. Rangers with 36 shots. 2 goals on the starter, Darcy Kemper. Score! JT Miller with a blast from the top of the right circle. Carrick over for the Rangers. Out to the point for a shot by Morrow. That deflects wide, and then Radish with a chance in front. And then Carrick scores! Good pressure by the Rangers down low. The finish by Sam Carrick, putting the Rangers on the board.
Gets himself back in the lineup here tonight.
Off the draw. Shot by Vakalainen. Score!
I think this may get deflected on the way in, Kenny, but the Rangers get possession off the draw.
Good back check by JT Miller. Miller for Zibanejad. Leaving it for Perreault. Perreault, cross ice, Miller scores! Bang, bang, pass play. Perreault to Miller, and the Rangers regain the lead.
Well, the Rangers get numbers here and go to work.
Around behind for Lafreniere. Now Panarin with it for the Rangers. Here is Borgen with a shot. Score! Traffic in front. The Rangers tie it with 6:17 remaining.
Well, the difference there was the traffic in front, Kenny.
Minute 15 remaining in OT. Tied at 3 at the Garden. Here comes Matthew Robertson. Robertson to the net. He scores! What a play by Matthew Robertson! And the Rangers win it in overtime. 4-3.
2 nifty plays by Lafreniere, though, coming towards the net.
Gavrikov to the outside. Miller creeping into the circle. Zibanejad scores! Mika Zibanejad on the power play. And the Rangers are back within 1. Bounced in, Radish. Chips for Lava. Loose puck. Radish darts to the net front. They score! Taylor Radish driving to the net front. And it squeaks underneath Riddick. It's 4-2.
And just a little too hard, and the Islanders get it out.
Now Gavrikov shoots in. Miller over to play the puck for the Rangers. Out to Gavrikov. Now Zibanejad fires and scores! On the power play, Mika Zibanejad
helps control the faceoff. 4-on-3, the Rangers get it set up. Lafreniere up to Zibanejad. On the move, Miller. Down low, Lafreniere. Save made by Skinner. No, score! It's Smith behind him. Alexis Lafreniere found a little bit of daylight and beat Skinner to get the Rangers on the board with a power play goal. Up the boards. Snap down low. Gavrikov, the intercept. He springs Trocheck shorthanded. Trocheck scores! Bar down for the Pittsburgh native, Vincent Trocheck. Shorthanded goal for the Rangers. And it's now 5-2. Now Trocheck looking for his second. Instead it's Brodzinski. Room up top, Braden Schneider. One-timer. Score! Gavrikov picks the corner on Skinner. And it's now 5-3 with 4:45 to go. Lob pass Robertson. Trocheck arrives first to Lafreniere. Scores! The second for Alexis Lafreniere. With 1:07 to go in the third period. And it is now 6-4. So JT Miller leans in, across the line. Away from Wotherspoon. Lafreniere has to get it to the net and does. Score on the rebound, Cooley. 10.6 seconds to go. And it's a 1-goal game.
Between Brennan Ottman and Taylor Radish. 6 minutes without a whistle now. And they score on a flip toward the net from the boards.
It has to be a thrill for Trevor Zegras every time he plays in this building. He's from the suburbs of New York in Westchester County. Grew up a big New York Ranger fan.
Out in front, they score. Lafreniere off the feed from Cooley. And it's 2-0 New York.
Minute 18 on the New York power play. Pittsburgh leads 2-0 nearly midway through the game. Miller. Crowd wants a shot. They get one and they get a goal. A power play goal from Mika Zibanejad. But Pittsburgh still hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Here's Gavrikov walking, and they score! Tipped in at the goal front by Taylor Radish. He's 2 for 2 this year. All the way to the right boards. And he scores! The Pittsburgh native, Trocheck.
Gavrikov with the opportunity off the stick of Verslikins. Now Cooley sends the puck towards the net. Out in front, score! Gavrikov beating Verslikins to put the Rangers on the board.
In that play was the guy that was just traded to LA and Artemi Panarin. So it's funny how it all works.
Perreault scores! Gabe Perreault cuts the Columbus lead to 2. 6 skaters on the ice for the Rangers. Here's Borgen. Now Zibanejad. Zibanejad for Miller. The redirect stopped by Verslikins. They score! The Rangers pull to within 1. Here's Trocheck. Pass out in front, score! Perreault ties it! Gabe Perreault with his second goal, 3rd point of the period. Puck now carried out by Will Cooley into the Maple Leaf zone. Pass was blocked off by Stetcher. Out it comes to Schneider, a shot, score! Braden Schneider with a bullet from the right point
Of their club, and it is if they could keep them both healthy.
Here's Radish with a shot, score! Gavrikov puts home the rebound. Power play goal, Rangers have tied it at 2. Now Zibanejad. Here's Gavrikov. Hit off the stick of Fox. Knocked down by Zibanejad. Shoots. He scores! Persistent shift by the Rangers. Under 10 minutes remaining. Here comes Avalanche. Avalanche to the net. He scores! His first National Hockey League goal! Brian Blow was working that game with us. Here's Lafreniere. Zibanejad. He scores! Nice move by Tavares, and then a shot stopped by Shesterkin. Rebound. Leafs looking for a penalty. Puck played by Cooley. Shoots for the empty net. He scores! Will Cooley with his second of the night.
Luke Hughes robbed, and Trocheck exits the zone. Another terrific save by Jonathan Quick. This shot by Borgen. Scores! The trailer! The Rangers get terrific goaltending at one end from Quick, the answer at the other, and we're tied at 1 as Will Borgen puts it past Markstrom. As a goaltender, were you thinking ahead to try and maybe confuse a shooter? As Gavrikov with room, a drive, score! Tipped in front. Gavrikov with a drive, and we'll see if Connor Sherry got a piece. Nope, this goal belongs to Gavrikov. Worked over by Siegenthaler. It pops onto the stick of Markstrom, and he couldn't control it. Trocheck can. Pivots at the half wall. Radish bumps up top. Shot, score! Braden Schneider with the answer for the Rangers, and we're tied at 3. Will Cooley may have deflected it on the way in. Let's see.
With Laba and Connor Sherry. There's Sherry. Now Cartier. Cartier moves it out to the point. Robertson with a drive, knocked out by the glove of Ladar. Rebound, score! Noah Laba, 1 minute 4 seconds in.
Big hit from Adam Fox on Cam York.
Now here's Edstrom in on the forecheck. Centering pass, Zibanejad scores! It was Gabe Perreault who made the hit behind the net. Held in by Fox. Now Lafreniere. Across for Zibanejad. Here's Trocheck with a shot and the save by Vladar. Zibanejad, Lafreniere, he scores! 3-0 Rangers. Alexei Lafreniere with a power play goal. Rangers leading 3-1. Have the man advantage. Here's Fox for Trocheck. Trocheck in with a shot. Score! Perreault gives the Rangers a 4-1 lead. His second point of the game and the Rangers' second. Now Perreault, Lafreniere. Just over a minute to go on the penalty to Cam York. Here's Trocheck, down low, Perreault, back out to Zibanejad, he scores! Second of the night, and third point for Mika Zibanejad. The Rangers lead 5-1. Gabe Perreault now with 2 3-point games in the last 4 games that the Rangers have played.
He's starting to get comfortable.
Gavrikov scores! 6-1 Rangers.
My apologies.
Zibanejad, fans want a shot. Trocheck shatters his stick in 2 on the one-timer. Fox to Zibanejad, his slap shot scores! Lafreniere redirects it home, and that's career point number 800 for Mika Zibanejad.
Love to see it.
Edstrom's been talking about how it's been a challenge to get his timing back after a long layoff. Centering pass, score! Connor Sherry, beautifully set up by Cartier. 3-on-2 for the Rangers. Lafreniere over the line, leaves it. Fox glides, passes off the backboard. Zibanejad to Perreault, touch pass, Lafreniere, a slam dunk! In the twilight of his career. There's a breakout for Lafreniere and Perreault. They want another one. Perreault, sauces, Lafreniere scores! There's the hat trick! And that's the knockout punch. 4-0 Rangers.
Velarde got the stick in. He is sent to the box for hooking. Koepke looked to clear. Held in by Zibanejad. Now Fox with a drive. He scores! 1:08 in. The Rangers capitalize. You talked about Fox and the power play during our open moments ago. Now Lafreniere with it. That's Lafreniere. On fire since the Olympic break. Third in the league in goals. Score! Lafreniere crossing in front. Borgen the shot. Rangers lead 2-1. Lafreniere on cue. Puts the Rangers back on top. Sherry wins the draw. Here's Schneider. Now Robertson, score! Cartier crossing in front. Rangers regain the lead.
This is another deflection going to the net.
And now the Rangers come out. Zibanejad with Lafreniere. Lafreniere across, broken up. Lafreniere keeps it alive for Schneider. Down low, they score! Gabe Perreault! And the Rangers go back on top. Their 4th lead of the game. Good job by Adam Edstrom. Leaving it for Connor Sherry. Now Trocheck. Score! Edstrom beating Hellebuck. Set up by Trocheck. The Rangers now lead 5-3.
And set up originally by the forecheck.
Trocheck knocks the puck ahead. Cartier dives. Deflection ahead for Laba. Noah Laba, nice move. That is empty. He scores! What a play. Noah Laba makes it 6-3 Rangers. Here's Trennan in with a shot, saved by Shesterkin. And now the Rangers start up ice. Penalty time winding down. Outlet pass from Laba to Gabe Perreault. Cross ice. Laba, score! What a setup by Perreault. Laba the finish. It's a power play goal and the Rangers lead 1-0. One flipped around by Cartier. Stepping up is Gavrikov. Drops it back to Connor Sherry, who has a point in consecutive games. Fox towards the net. Score! Cartier! Extends his point streak to 5 games, beating Gustafsson.
Edstrom continues to use that big reach from the center ice position.
Now the lead pass for Hamelas, moving in, backhand shot, he scores! Similar play to his first NHL goal, Jaro Hamelas.
Essentially paid the positional price because of the play at Mammoth.
Here's Gavrikov with some room. Score! That will be the 3rd point for Gavrikov here tonight. And the Rangers now lead 4-1. Here's Zibanejad. Now Trocheck with it. Zibanejad for Fox straight away. Fox shoots, deflected, score! Trocheck. Looks like he got a piece of it. The shot by Fox. It's a power play goal, and the Rangers are on the board.
Somehow they managed to maintain their concentration with limited action.
That shot goes well wide of the net from Lafreniere. Lafreniere, his pass out for Gavrikov. Arister scores! Gavrikov with his 14th goal on just the second shot of the period for the Rangers.
Holding on to pucks, and that's something the Rangers got to do here as this game goes on.
Here's Mika Zibanejad walking right in, scores! Markstrom couldn't grab it. It's 2 goals on 3 shots for the Rangers, and they've tied it to open the period. Cooley, lifted up, glove down by the Ranger captain. JT Miller, one-timer from Robertson, rebound, score! A shot blocked by Bukestad, put on a platter for Connor Sherry, and the Rangers pull back within 1.
Into the Ranger zone, knocked away by Robertson. Borgen on the puck. And now a shorthanded breakaway. Moving it on Greaves, score! Vinny Trocheck with the Rangers shorthanded. With it for the Blue Jackets. Pass picked off. And now Zibanejad with Provorov hustling back. Zibanejad, score! Mika Zibanejad beating Jet Greaves. The Rangers tie the game at 2.
Now aggressive defending by the penalty killers. And they sense a little blood in the water, and the Rangers struggling with the puck. They're on it. There we go.
Up by Fox, score! Traffic in front. The Rangers connect on the power play and pull to within a goal. Prior to game number 1,000. Centering pass, JT Miller tied up. Puck comes to Cartier, he scores! Miller sends it back out to the point, Fox, and now Zibanejad. Cross ice off the skate. Now Zibanejad tees one up and scores! Mika Zibanejad on the power play in game number 999.
Yeah, you take that into consideration. You know, and I think that is a result of they're just so aggressive on the puck.
There's Cartier across, score! Connor Sherry off the feed from Ty Cartier. The Rangers are on the board. They pull to within 1. Fox with it once again. Cross ice Miller, now Trocheck. Miller over to Fox. Just past the midway point, second period. 3-0 lead for the Maple Leafs. Lafreniere scores! Power play goal, Alexei Lafreniere, number 21 on the season. Now Lafreniere again, out to Fox. Fox fakes a shot. Here's Lafreniere. Zibanejad, score! Mika Zibanejad on the power play. Pulls the Rangers to within 1. Here's Lafreniere. Out the pass. Perreault in front. Zibanejad scores! His second of the night. Mika Zibanejad, number 32 on the season, and the Rangers again pull to within a goal. Here comes Cartier, waiting for teammates. Drops it off for a shot by Schneider. Bedard couldn't play the rebound. Sherry slides it across. Score! Looked like JT Miller got a piece of it. The Rangers tie the game at 1.
Well, this line
slides it across for Robertson towards the net. Blocked off in front. Puck is loose. Rangers keep it alive. Score! Matthew Robertson gives the Rangers a 2-1 lead. And now Borgen for Trocheck. Here comes Cooley with Sikora. Cooley slides it across. Sikora scores! His first National Hockey League goal! Most recent effort kept alive by Meloche. Now Borgen slides it across. Score! Johnny Brodzinski makes it 4-1 Rangers. Out shooting Chicago 35-27. Off the draw, puck comes to Fox, and now Zibanejad. Here's Miller. Adam Fox towards the net, score! Lafreniere, redirect. The spotlight on Alexei Lafreniere tonight, and he scores another goal. Handed out later in this homestand. Always a highlight of the Rangers season. Yeah. Here's Fortescue. Back it comes, score! Johnny Brodzinski with his second of the game on a play started by Drew Fortescue.
Yeah, I think Fortescue's going to get himself on the board here as
Tkachuk with both Florida goals yesterday, 3 of the last 4 scored by the Panthers. Pass from Gavrikov, knocked away from Laba. Here is Fox, score! Sikora cutting to the net. The shot from Fox.
oh boy.
Now Miller with the pass ahead. Sherry, shorthanded, score! 2-0 Rangers. Connor Sherry with a shorthanded goal. Here's Verhaeghe, shot blocked by Borgen. Puck is sent down towards the empty net, in! 3-0 Rangers from deep in the Ranger zone into the empty net. Ranger captain back out to the point. Robertson shot deflected wide by Ty Cartier. Held in by Borgen. And now it's Cartier out at the right point. Long shot, score! Cartier throws it towards the net from just inside the blue line. Traffic in front. Zibanejad into the slot, Trocheck. Now Fox with it once again. Here's Zibanejad. Circles, finds Fox. Fox to the far side, in front, Miller, score! Off the setup from Lafreniere. Power play goal, 2-0 Rangers. That was the only point LaRose would score in his NHL career. Played 7 games. Assisted on Mark Messier's final goal.
Yeah.
Here's Snyder, shot deflected to the way in, score! Avalanche! Third of the season for Yoro Hamelosh. Perreault moves the puck around for Fox. Now Gabe Perreault towards the net, score! The finish by Zibanejad. Rangers lead 4-1. Here's Lafreniere. Lafreniere wrists one, puck loose. Comes across to Fox. Score! Good puck pursuit by the Rangers, and they pull to within a goal.
Makes a play up the boards.
Now here's Brodzinski, dropping it back for Trocheck. Brodzinski towards the net, score! Cooley crashing the net. The Rangers have tied it.
Shots even at 4 apiece. Gavrikov lets it go. They score! Tipped in, out in front by Hamelosh. Long ahead to Zibanejad. 33 goals this year for Mika. Robertson for Zibanejad. Centers one. They score! Gabe Perreault makes it 2-0 New York. And 40 seconds on the penalty to Sherratt. Detroit 88 points. 7 games remaining, including this one. Brodzinski, they score! A tap-in power play goal for Gabe Perreault. His second goal of the day. For a hat-trick bid for the rookie.
100%. That's what he's going to try it again here, too.
Yes, here it is. Gabe Perreault. He scores! A hat-trick for the 20-year-old rookie. Adam Fox's flip got deflected into the corner. He has it back at the line. Lets it go through a crowd. Lindgren tested. Rebound. Score! Connor Sherry makes it 1-0 New York. Just 23 seconds in. Fox, Miller. Again, they moved the puck quickly, but it hopped off the stick of Lafreniere. Zibanejad. They score! JT Miller tipped it in. A power play goal. And the Rangers go back on top. Running out of room along the line. Found Trocheck. pestered by Dubois. Brodzinski moved it to Schneider. From the dot, they score! Tipped in by Will Cooley. And New York leads 3-1. And now here's Trocheck. They've done a good job on the kill lately. They've killed 17 of the last 18. Cooley scores! Just out of the box, Will Cooley. And it's 4-1 for the New York Rangers.
Does he want to train again? I mean, he's 40, right? Training's not that fun the older you get.
Meloche dropped it back for lob out in front. They score! Adam Sikora. Another goal from a Ranger rookie. McMichael couldn't get possession. He's killing with Wilson as the forwards, Roy and Faravari. They score! Adam Fox through a crowd. 6-1 New York, another power play goal. Carried across the line, Beauvillier turned in the wrong direction, and that leads to a break opportunity for Trocheck. He scores right through Charlie Lindgren, who's having a rough night in goal. The onslaught continues. And credit to our terrific research department working hard in a 7-1 game. Cooley, hat-trick, and he scores! Will Cooley, his first career hat-trick.
Held by Fox. His pass ahead of Zibanejad in the final minute of the first. Miller to Fox. Score! Lafreniere with the redirect. Off the blast from Adam Fox.
This is rinse and repeat.
Perreault and Byram going after the puck. And the Rangers emerge with it. Fortescue ahead. Lafreniere with a step. He scores! Alexis Lafreniere, his second goal of the night, and the game is tied. Leads the Rangers with 15 power play goals this season. Power play that's brought to you by Genesis. Fox pulls the trigger. He scores! Adam Fox buries it on the power play. The Rangers have 3 unanswered to take the lead.
You know, more time in the offensive zone. Don't have an awful lot on net to kind of validate that.
Robertson scores! Just as you mentioned, putting the puck on net. That's exactly what Matthew Robertson does, and the Rangers pull to within a goal. Rangers back into the Florida zone. Lafreniere defended by Forsling. Score! Adam Fox.
42 games in the American Hockey League with the Syracuse Crunch this year. Zibanejad moves it across. Score! Ty Cartier hits the back of the net. And the Rangers, just over 4 minutes into the game, have a 1-0 lead. Throw a whole bunch of guys on the ice, you know, throw the lines in a blender. And they've been consistent in the last little while as this is banked to Cartier, who roofs one. Ty Cartier with his second of the night. What a setup from JT Miller on the area play. Feeds it up top. Cooley walks across, exchanges with Perreault. Rangers making a change in the attacking zone, and Perreault scores from long range. Halverson was screened, and Perreault took advantage. You don't say. Oh, hit in the corner. Comes down to Lafreniere. Score! Mika Zibanejad. And Lafreniere ties a career high in point scoring with that assist.
This Ranger power play hadn't scored in 2 consecutive games.